Awesome.
Hi, welcome to the Media Committee. My name is Shandine Bigay. I am a second year MSW student concentrating in American Indian and Alaskan Native. And my tribe is from the Navajo Nation.
Hi, I'm Tess. I am a first year MSW student. I'm concentrating in American Indian and Alaska Native.
Hey everyone, I'm Chase Breyer. I'm a second year MSW student pursuing the AIAN concentration. I'm a member of the Chickasaw Nation. So our committee is really involved in promoting the powwow. So we work with establishing relationships with external stakeholders, collaborating with other committees, as well as looking for strategic ways to market the event throughout the year. So we thank you all for joining us and we hope that you enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to WashU's 30th Annual Powwow. My name is Alejandra Gonzalez, member of the Yankton Sioux Tribe, MSW student here at the Brown School of Social Work.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan Connell. I'm a member of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma, and I'm a second year MSW student here at the Brown School studying American Indian and Alaska Native social work.
I am Sharon Evans, and I'm a member of the Navajo tribe, and I'm a first year MSW student and with the American Indian Alaska Native concentration.
And I'm Tanae LeClaire. I'm a member of the Yankton Sioux Tribe. I'm a first year MSW student here at Brown School, and I'm concentrating in American Indian Alaska Native communities. And we are the vendor committee, and we just like to welcome you and hope you have a great weekend with us.
Danin swada hosioste nen ganjokwa nen ganyuliwis. Nen wadanundak, nen chungwa wehe nen uska hingwa negula nen swakweg. Nen chungwa wehe nen yohahi nen haliwagwe gol nen skana nen donoktunyo. I'd like to first begin by saying to you all on this good day that our minds should be one, our thoughts should be with each other, and we should have that good feeling of thanksgiving as we begin this gathering this year. This is the 30th gathering of this powwow, and it's also one of the first that is going to be accomplished on a virtual setting. It means wherever we are at this moment, we are coming together with that thought of putting our feet on the ground and putting our thoughts in front of us, that we can be all together in a different way, but still have that thought of thanksgiving, still have that thought of being able to encourage each other. For this circle, when we come together and dance, wherever that circle is, it's the renewal of our feelings, it's the renewal of our spirit, it's the renewal of coming together. We say, Uska hiungwat negula. I'd ask you all, in the very best ways, to have that handshake right now. Extend that good feeling, that good encouragement wherever you are. If you're with your family, have that thought with them. Express that heart of what dance, what song represents to this creation. When we think of this time when we come together, if we were all in the same place in this arena, we would say that we would look to our left and we'd look to our right, and we'd say thank you that we're all gathered together on this day. So even though we're on this virtual format, we can still have that powerful opportunity to extend that strongest of feelings of spirit, brighten the fire from the youngest to the oldest, tuadini hunya nihe, then ladik sasu ladik go and tuadini hunya nihe, then ganton and ojistoan, is that big fire of the family is what comes to mind. That big fire of the family, that spirit of renewal, that we can all gather together at this moment, wherever we are, and we can share that powerful feeling of uska hingwa negula, that one-mindedness. And as we have that thought today, we share that with one another. We also say that we're thankful, yungwa wajili, that our families are gathered together wherever we are, from the youngest to the oldest, that we can have that finest of feelings this day. So as a way of opening this good gathering, as a way of putting that thought of that it be a gagahagwaktalhas, that it covers us as we're all together right now, that we have that with our hearts and with our spirit that we share this good day and this good celebration, the 30th annual powwow. Lugiwa.
Hello, my name is Mary McKay, and I have the privilege of being the dean at the Brown School at Washington University in St. Louis. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the first ever virtual powwow event. You as attendees, you'll have the real pleasure and opportunity to enjoy virtual dancing, drumming, contests. Please also interact with our vendors, information booths. There'll be educational information available to you. Please, I hope that you enjoy all. Let me take a moment to thank our native dancers, the royalty who are attending, and the entire powwow committee for creating an interactive two-day event. There's some special thank yous that I want to offer to the powwow head staff. First, Laura Rice is a 2010 Brown Booter alum and is serving as head woman. Edmund Black Thunder will be head man. Tim Robinson, the head gourd dancer. Young Buffalo Horse and Otter Trail are our drum groups. Thank you to Ron Brave, who is serving as our arena director. Alva Fiddler, our head judge, and the Oneida Nation Veterans Affairs Committee as our color guard. So just a reminder to all attending that the powwow will run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., but also will be available on the Booter Center's Washington University in St. Louis powwow Facebook page. I want to end by acknowledging the Booter Foundation and the Booter family for supporting Native students for over 30 years. Thank you all for attending.
Edmund Black Thunder.
Numpa Kiri, Wachi Ake Wahido. Welcome to day 2 of the St. Louis University powwow. Again, welcome to all the singers, the dancers, the drums, the veterans, and all the people coming to support our powwows. Also, again, it's a great honor to be selected as head man dancer for this year's powwow. It's a great honor. Also, want to say thank you again to the university, the students, and the faculty for bringing us all together again so we could celebrate all the good things that have come to us. And again, we want to continue to recognize our future leaders, our young people, to encourage them that whatever they're doing is for the good of the people. So I just want to say that much again, and everybody have good thoughts, good minds, be good to one another, and have a good weekend. Pidama ya pado.
My name is Laura Rice, or Chamiqua, and I'm Prairie Band, Potawatomi, Kickapoo, and Sac and Fox on my dad's side, and I'm Yurok and Wintune on my mom's side. And I am this year's head woman dancer. I'm really honored to take on that role, to have been offered it and been able to accept. Not only is it an important role when we're at in-person powwows, being the first lady out there during certain dances, along with the head man to lead the dancers out. But also, I graduated from Washington University in St. Louis in 2010 with my Master of Social Work from the Brown School of Social Work. So really grateful to be a part of the virtual powwow this year. And I'm thankful to the committee that they decided to have the powwow this year and that they decided to do it in a safe way for our families and communities. I did want to make mention of the regalia I'm wearing It's from my mom's side, which is Yurok and Wintun. And while they're not, traditionally they didn't have powwows, they still only have, you can still only find like a few powwows up in that area because they have different gatherings and they have different ceremonies instead. But I think powwows are a great opportunity to learn about other tribes. So what I'm wearing here is a basket cap and necklaces. Traditionally, for our ceremonies, the girls would wear basket caps, which are made of all natural materials. So the tribe being in the redwoods and being along the river, they had access to that. And so it's a whole lots of different steps to getting baskets made. You have to go gather them and you have to prepare them to get ready to make a basket. So myself, I'm not a basket weaver, but my auntie is. So I learn what I can from her. She's been weaving baskets for I think over 10 years now, but she still considers herself a beginner. That's how fine the basket work can be. And then for our dresses, the top of the dress is necklaces, and then the bottom's buckskin covered in shells and sometimes beads now and pine nuts. So I'm wearing abalone shell, olivella. We also use a lot of dentalium and clam shells. And then too, you'll see in our regalia pine nuts, which come out of pine cones. Not something that people might think of when they're thinking about pine cones, but this is what you can get out of them. You see them in a lot of our regalia and jewelry. So I just wanted to share that little bit with you. And again, I thank you for participating in the powwow this year. I hope that by connecting here in this virtual space, that you feel uplifted, and I hope that you enjoy. Thank you.
Women's Fancy, music by Young Buffalo Horse. Number 17, Okatawasha Roberts, Choctaw Stony Nakuda. She wears a light pink dress and shawl with black and white fringe. Stretching along the back of her shawl is a black and white woven design that matches her belt and sash that hangs down her right hip. A rectangular dark green breastplate matches her beaded leggings and moccasins. An eagle plume sticks up from behind her head in a headband. A bone breastplate hangs down to below her waist. Her steps are quick and she dances on the balls of her feet, her heels in the air, turning and kicking, seemingly barely touching the ground. Throughout the dance, her arms are outstretched. The shawl looks like wings of a butterfly as she flutters and twirls, moving back and forth across a wide area. Behind her are trees and a lake. She turns and lands both feet to the front together, wrapping her shawl around her. 3 men at one drum.
Big day for us. We want to sing appropriate songs to honor Caitlin and all the work that she did and all her fellow students. And it's a prayer. It's a beautiful prayer asking God to walk with our kids and to walk with God, walk a sacred and holy walk with the Lord. So we're gonna sing that song for all these kids and honor Caitlin also.
Uncle Wilson Pipestem to turn time over to him.
Well, just want to say a few words on behalf of my niece and my family here. You know, Caitlin Rose Pipestem, she's dear to us, and she grew up with her grandfolks, Browning and Sharon Pipestem. You know, she's from the Van Man Tallville family on the Cheyenne side. The Pipestem, the Missouri chief, descended on the Oto side. She's a part of the Kirk family, Moika Mordan, Osage side. And, she has been a person since a little girl that had, high expectations for her. Her grandfolks had high expectations of what she would do and what she might accomplish. And, this is one of the biggest moments here for her to get a master's degree and be a graduate of WashU, which is a prestigious university. And, our family, that's education matters to us. And that's, that's the way we were taught by our folks. And so Caitlin, she's kind of done remarkably well here. And, WashU, I've grown up knowing about this university and this master's of social work program that has produced many Native people professionals who have gone on to do good things. And I know Caitlin, she is going to be using her education and her experience at WashU to continue to work to the healing of Native communities and Native people. And for our family, that's kind of a new ground for us, and having that kind of professional in the family. So it's we're just couldn't be more pleased with her, and just so thankful to WashU who've seen about her. And she's had people that have encouraged her along the way when she was trying to decide where to go to school and all that. And Molly Tovar, she was one person that went way out of her way for her. And my friend Robbie McGee, he taught her and was very helpful. My friend Miriam Jorgensen taught Caitlin, and I've known her as a professional and a friend. And just we've talked Caitlin when she'd come home from school. Maybe some of your families, you have this where they, sometimes your kids or your family come to school and they just kind of don't have much to say about this class or that. She's been different. She would talk about what she was learning right at the time, and she would talk about each class and what was going on with her and what they were learning. And so we learned from her, and then we would talk about sometimes there'd be some application to this community here, or some way that might something her grandma said or her grandpa said that might be useful or applicable to what she was doing. And we tried to have that kind of conversation. So we're just our family's so proud of all the graduates of WashU. I know that got another student, college student now, and another one going on to college, and they speak highly of WashU as a educational institution. It's a desirable place, and it's a prestigious school. So we're just thankful for that, this time that Caitlin has had there and what it means for her professionally. And our hope and our prayer is that the university, this education opportunity, is again going to create more opportunities for healing in our communities. I know that there was a study not long ago of a survey of Native people about what they thought they needed in their communities, and there's a lot of things you might well expect to see there, dealing with racism and those sort of things. But the number one thing was dealing with mental health. And maybe there's a need for more attention to that. Maybe WashU and maybe my niece, maybe others could be a part of that healing and part of that solution. So we're thankful to WashU that has said Indian students are a priority there. And they've gone out of their way to make that a opportunity for Native students there. And so we've seen across the country some of those graduates and the things they're doing, ones that live right around here, ones that live, all across Indian country. They're out there doing things and using that education. So just on behalf of my niece, Caitlin, and behalf of our family, we're just so proud here, this opportunity to be here, just to say a word about these graduates and what it means, and what it means to us, just in the case of this young lady who we're so proud of. And so my sister and our family, we've got it's kind of different here being in a virtual environment, but we're going to try to express ourselves through a gift to the Booter Center for American Indian Students there at WashU, and we'll be providing that to them. And so doing our best to kind of honor this song and this occasion of not only Caitlin, but all the Native students at WashU. So thank you for the opportunity to just say a few words.
Hello, Ron Brave, our AD, our virtual AD. Joined us on Zoom. How you doing, Ron?
I'm doing good. How about you guys? You guys are doing good, man.
Awesome.
Points at Chris and Courtney, then points 2 fingers at his eyes, then back to
his
them.
eye on us, you know. Yeah. Well, good. Glad you could join us. So you're zooming in from Lawrence, Kansas.
Jayhawk country.
Yeah. You got a message for us today? You want to share something with us? Whatever's on your heart, on your mind, or whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, gee, thank you, committee, for having this powwow, virtual powwow, and stuff like that, man. That's great. And it seems good to hear good music. It takes a lot to kind of really get this together, man. And so, the Powwow Committee, you're doing good, and that's all right. Yeah, they put me on as a arena director, but there is no really arena director around. But so we just kind of, like you said, just kind of answer questions, and. I always want to say when a person gets selected to do this arena directing, their choice, whoever they choose, if they choose somebody, and that person comes and attends the powwow. From what I was taught is that's the arena director's arena now. That's his or her arena now. So you got to take over, and you got to coordinate and make sure everything's going just right, and also it's the best seat in the house, huh? You guys got good right in the crow's nest, and arena directors all over the place, and it's good to have even a helper here and there,
Yeah.
Like you say, take coffee around and take care of the host drum, take care of all the drums, take care of the dancers, and see what's not even what's going on in the arena, even on the perimeter of the arena too. Keep a peripheral vision on everything, and look for anything that's not in the ordinary. Down feathers or bells or anything that might have slid off somebody's regalia. Or somebody's always trying to wave to you, say, "Hey, come here. There's something over here," or something like that. So it's really, I really enjoy it. I've done it for a long time, and South Dakota, Nebraska, all through the midway there. I came down to from South Dakota. I left South Dakota when I was 17 years old, and I came to Haskell. About the second thing I did when I arrived at Haskell was I went down to the powwow arena. For some reason, I said, man, I'm away from home, and I just went down to the powwow arena, and I just stood around down there. I was the only one down there in about 20-degree weather, Yeah, but it feels good. I like what I do, and I like that.
Yeah.
Women's Jingle Dress, music by Young Buffalo Horse. Number 14, Rowena Roberts, Stony Nakota. A field with low grass, a row of trees behind her. She wears a pink and white patterned dress with 6 chevron rows of cone-shaped jingles covering the skirt and another row on the top. In her right hand, she holds a dark feather fan in front of her, raising it high on particular drum beats. Her left hand stays on the dark, wide belt at her waist. A turquoise-colored neckerchief is tucked under a long bone breastplate. A black-tipped feather is fastened to the back of her hair and sticks out to the side. As she moves her feet in time to the beat, the metal cones bounce and clang into each other, creating the jingle. Her body stays straight and upright as she hops mostly on the balls of her feet, but also crosses them behind, sometimes kicking out a heel. She dances in all directions, occasionally turning in a circle. Her feet shuffle backwards, heels in the air, and she raises the fan over her head.
Women's Northern Traditional, one of the original styles of the women's style of dance. So please join us at this time as we watch the Women's Northern Traditional, music provided by Young Buffalo Horse. Oh.
Women's Northern Traditional, music by Young Buffalo Horse. Number 80, December Arrow White, Shoshone Bannock. Her forehead is painted red with a white line from the outside of her eyes back. In her right hand, she holds a wide fan with 2 rows of feathers. In her hair is an upright feather plume behind her head and a softer, fluffy feather that sticks out to the side. She begins to bob up and down, bending at the knees. She wears a buckskin dress with a fully beaded blue shawl with fringe which almost touches the ground. She raises the fan, then lowers it. Her feet move forward slowly, stepping 1 foot at a time, barely lifting them into the air as if massaging the ground, while continuing to bend her knees to the beat. The fringe sways in long, flowing motions on both sides of her body. Her left hand is kept still and completely covered by the shawl. She wears beaded red moccasins and leggings, and a long breastplate hangs down to her knees. A square black and white beaded bag dangles from her right wrist. Men's Grass Dance, music by Young Buffalo Horse. Number 16, Moo Roberts, Choctaw Stony Nakota. He stands outdoors, winter trees behind him. His regalia is made of ribbons of neon orange and light blue with a long yellow beaded harness and cuffs. Black and white fringe hangs down from armbands. His movements are large. He lifts his feet high off the ground and stomps down using many different intricate steps. Often one foot stays in one position while the other kicks off or circles around. He bends at the waist, lowering his head and shoulders close to the ground. On his head, he wears a long brooch with an orange stripe connected to a beaded headband. Striped fringe hangs down and shields his eyes. On his ankles are white fur cuffs. He drops into a deep squat and dips his head low to the ground, swiping from left to right, then repeats the motion in the opposite direction. He kicks out one foot, heel to the ground, toe in the air, and bows. Men's Traditional Dance, music by Young Buffalo Horse. Number 48, Nathan Hooten. He stands outdoors with trees behind him.
Nakwish, Sensai Squatch Nate Hooten from Sedalia, Missouri. I'm a Northern traditional dancer in Pentepequin, representing the Stapolmish people, the Cowlitz people. Thanks to Washington University and Bruder Center for putting on this virtual powwow. I pray for health and safety for everybody out there. Laxwalis.
He wears a large round feather bustle on his lower back with a red breechcloth that flows down from behind it and bells around his ankles with white fur, along with a fully beaded white vest with blue and red designs which match his cuffs, armbands, and beaded headband with a medallion. dance, he bends forward, stepping one foot in front of the other in stutter steps, bouncing from the knees the entire time. In his right hand, he holds up a dance stick with feathers that hang down. In his left hand is a dark feather fan. Atop his head in the center of the roach, standing feathers bounce and wave with the movement. He sweeps the feather fan in front of him and down low to the ground. He holds the dance stick high, motioning out with the drum beat.
So, all right, well, we're gonna move on over. AD says we're ready, so we have our video of our men's straight dancer competitors. So take it away, Otter Trail.
Men's straight dance, music by Otter Trail singers. Number 71, Corey Chestnut. He stands outdoors at dusk in the corner of two painted buildings, one with a brightly colored floral mural painted on a dark wall. He wears a roach with a beaded headband that covers his eyes.
What's up, guys? My name is Corey Damon Chestnut. I'm Kiowa Comanche, and I'm originally from Oklahoma City.
He wears belled garters just below his knees. Shaking a tail stick with dangling feathers in his right hand and his left hand holding a feather fan at his hip. He leans over, looking straight down at the ground, bent at the waist, back straight as he creeps forward, walking one foot in front of the other. His heel bounces up with each step, keeping in rhythm with the drum. His movement is toe-heel steps. He alternates between bending close to the ground and standing upright with just his neck bent down and moves along a wide circle or figure eight. A long otter hide hangs down the center of his back. extends his right foot and freezes in time with the drum. Men's Fancy Dance, music by Otter Trail Singers. Number 8, Max Sevier. He wears bright neon green, yellow, and orange regalia in a grassy arena. He runs to the center, knees high, calves covered in white sheep hide, a large bustle with long neon feathers on his lower back, another below his roach, and smaller black bustles on his shoulders. He hops on one foot, the other leg bent at the knee in front of him as he turns in a circle, waving dance sticks with long neon fringe in both hands. He switches his standing leg and rotates the opposite direction, the neon fringe twirling almost like a baton. He drops to one knee close to the ground, then the other, then pops up, legs still wide, turning again. His movements are quick and short, twisting and twirling with his arms holding out the dance sticks. He spins quickly. Over the neon, he wears a yellow beaded bodice. A large medallion is centered over his forehead. He spreads his legs and raises his arms so his body forms a large X, dance sticks in the air. Sunday, March 28th, competition winners. Women's Fancy. Third place, Lisa Hill, number 45. Second place, Michelle McCauley, number 53. First place, Okatawasha Roberts, number 17. Jingle. Third place, Ontaria Arrow White, number 78. Second, Shauna Tom, number 82. First place, Rowena Roberts, number 14. Women's Northern Traditional. Third place, Maxine Orozco, number 4. Second place, Morgan Blackhair, number 36. First place, December Arrowwhite, number 80. Men's Grass. Third place, Benjamin Weeble, number 30. Second place, Will Hooten, number 75. First place, Moo Roberts, number 16. Men's Traditional. Second place, Brian Myers, number 52. First place, Nathan Hooten, number 48. Men's Straight. First place, Corey Chestnut, number 71. Men's Fancy. First place, Max Sevier, number 8.
And then with the way things are right now, pandemic, continue to wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated. We mentioned the tribes are leading the way in vaccinations. We want to gather again physically. So protect ourselves, protect our elders, protect our families. We want to thank everyone for their time today, for joining us and viewing and for everything that's taken place. So at this time, we're gonna turn it over. We asked our Mr. Ron Brave, our brother over here, he's gonna close us out with a prayer. And I'll ask that you bear with us. I'm gonna turn it over to him at this time. And until next time, we'll see you. But I'm gonna turn it over to Ron right now.
Chris, Courtney, you guys did good. You good ones. Good ones. A lot of times like this, you think back and like there was the words in this prayer is uhina zimpi. Amitaki epi, uhina zimpi. Today, my relatives, we have come this far. We've come this far, We're going to go further, But let's be safe. A lot of relatives took off, a lot of friends. So let's be safe. But a lot of the words that Chris spoke earlier and Courtney, that's the same words that are in this prayer. Pretty much we're all in sync, I couldn't believe it. It's pretty much the same words in the prayer here. So at this time, if you're able to rise, if you feel comfortable sitting down, that's all right too, But if you can stand and think about your relatives, the people around you, the powwow circuit, thank you, powwow committee. At this time, I'm going to pray, and I'm going to ask the Creator, I want to sing a prayer song along with this. Ho ea mitakuyepi, ang petuan al uhina zipi. Ho wochekiewa chichaga pi katacha, oho kilapo. Tunkashla, na wachinye yapo, uukie na. We chose ani ia chupi kete. Wakaheja kiish, wayawapi na, uchashana, wayaki. Lena daku, awa chimpi na, wana hena, ekana, uhina zipi.
Oh, Ron, appreciate you. Well, that's it for this year's 30th annual Washington University Powwow in St. Louis. Thank you, Booter Center. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, students. Thank you for all the viewers and dancers that participated. Aho!
Mado.
Yeah, Mado. We'll see you next time.
Me and Kaylee just wanted to say a couple words. Thank you to our committee members and our two awesome co-chairs for the weekend. We all joined together, as Courtney said, ashy elbows and all. Yeah, it was very good. It was a very amazing weekend filled with lots of love, laughter, that really good feeling that we all needed, and a huge yonko to my committee members. You know, it was a long 2 years to planning this powwow. We did it through a pandemic and we did it together. I just want to say yonko, and then I'll pass it off to Kaylee. And then after Kaylee's done, we will do changing of the colors for our color guard.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Ron, for that prayer and that song. What a great way to end this event. We really appreciate that. I just again want to thank all of the head staff, especially our MCs and AD, for providing extra information on dances and stories and things like that to really get everybody interacted with the event. So we really appreciate that. And again, thanks to all of our powwow committee members. We've been working all year, so we're just really grateful for all of the work that everyone's put in behind the scenes and even now. So we really appreciate it, and I hope that everybody has enjoyed it and has a great day. Thank you.
Oneida Nation Veterans Affairs Committee, retire the colors.
Color guard, attention. Forward, march. Color guard, halt. Left, face. About face. Color guard, retrieve colors. About face. Right face. Retire colors. Forward march.